Dynamic Law is a company which was launched in Australia a few months ago by Canadian lawyer and entrepreneur Michael Carabush. According to Michael, over 50% of Australians don't currently have a will. Michael Carabush joins us from Canada now. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Simon. Thanks for having me.
What are the reasons why a person 18 years or older might not have a will?
Generally, there's the cost. It can cost up to $400 in Australia to go to a solicitor and get your will done. There's also the convenience factor of having to take time off of work, anywhere from 2 to 5 hours to go see a solicitor on a number of occasions to explain what you want to have in the will and to actually sign it in front of witnesses. And I think there's also an old wives' tale out there that if you do your will, then you basically signed your own death certificate. But that's just a bunch of hogwash.
What happens to the assets of a person if they don't have a will?
Well, if they don't have a will, the government has a set of rules in New South Wales concerning how their property is to be divided. Typically, if there's a spouse or a domestic partner, they will get the lion's share of your property. If there's some children or grandchildren, the spouse will share your property with them. And, it really depends on who's still around at the time of your death. Now, unfortunately, if you just don't have a will and leave it up to the government rules, it may not be in accordance with your wishes, it may cause a lot of headache, and it may not be in the most advantageous way to distribute your assets.
What are the top 5 tips you have for making a will?
Basically, you want to make sure that your will is comprehensive. It includes all the typical clauses that are included in a will, like who you want to have as your executor, how you want your property divided, if you want guardians to be responsible for your minor children, and just make sure your will has those types of clauses in it, and also make sure to enter the will properly. It's often the case that wills are entered into improperly and they're invalidated, and people walk around thinking they have wills when in fact after they die it's discovered that their will is invalid.
What is the Will-O-Matic?
The Will-O-Matic is an online software that I've developed specifically for the 5 largest states of Australia, and it's on my website, dynamiclaw.com.au, and it is an online questionnaire that allows a user to create a custom-tailored will in a matter of minutes from the comfort of their home or office, just by going and answering some basic questions, and then they can download, print off, and sign their will in front of appropriate witnesses.
How does this Will-O-Matic compare with making a will using a solicitor?
Well, first there's the cost. On our website, dynamiclaw.com.au, the cost is only $69 for creating a will versus the $400 that you'd spend with a solicitor. There's also the convenience factor. You can use the Will-O-Matic at home or in your office to do your will. The other thing is you can actually go back and edit your will up to 1 year if you need to update it. All of those edits would cost a lot of money if you kept going back to a solicitor, and those are the 2 main advantages. And we're actually doing a promotion right now with companies like Groupon, Spreets, and Deals.com to offer a family pack, 4 vouchers to create 4 wills for only $29. So it's a pretty good deal.
And where would people get that offer from?
There's a number of daily deal websites like Spreets.com.au, Deals.com.au, Groupon.com.au that are all about to feature our Family Pack Will-O-Matic service. So they would buy vouchers and then redeem the vouchers on our website, dynamiclaw.com.au.
Michael Carabush has joined us on the show this afternoon from Canada. His company, Dynamic Law, has just launched in Australia a few months ago. Their website is dynamiclaw.com.au, and that is where you can go to find the Will-O-Matic. Thanks for speaking with us, Michael.
Thanks, Simon.